Hi, friends. So today's Wellness Minutes are about anxiety and boundaries. And is your anxiety coming from a lack of boundaries? So when we get into a holiday season or we get into a time of year where things get busy and we tend to get together with our friends and family, there tends to be some confusion around that because we love these people and we love to catch up and we love to spend time with our loved ones, but we also often have a lot of anxiety that comes with it. And one would need to ask themselves, where is this coming from? And a lot of times, I can say 90% of the time, it's probably coming from your lack of boundaries. So this is just a little refresher on what boundaries are and how they relate to this. So first of all, asking for what you need. So we often walk through this world with with our needs in our head, and we have certain things that we need, be it mental health support or just help in general in our lives, and we expect a certain feedback or response from other people. But if we don't ask for it, then we don't often get it, and when we don't get it, we get resentful, and then it's not really fair to the other people because they didn't know what we needed to begin with. So a reminder, and the very number one rule with boundaries is, are you communicating clearly, or are you asking for what you need? Secondly, I would say it's okay to say no. So it's okay to say no if you can't do something, whether that be helping someone out or doing that little bit of extra, or going the extra mile for someone else, for your workplace, whatever it is. If you can't do something comfortably within your control and it's affecting your mental health, it's okay to say no. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to accept every invitation. You don't have to do everything that is asked of you. Sometimes it's out of your control or it's not possible, and it's okay to say no and then not feel guilty about it. So that's number two. Number three would be staying away from people that are not good for your mental health. So you don't necessarily have to stay away completely, but you might need to limit your time. And everybody knows somebody who we love very dearly, but they just are hard on us for whatever reason. And you don't need to spend your holiday season analyzing it. What you do need to do is understand and check in with yourself as to what is good for you and what is good for your mental health, and leave it at that. It's also okay if others don't agree with you. So not everyone's going to agree with what you're doing, the decisions you're making, how you feel, your beliefs, etc., etc. And that's okay, because we can all live in a world where we all have our own personal choices and thoughts and beliefs and values, and we don't have to fight about it. We can live fine, just fine, with differences of opinion. So understand that you don't need to walk around being a people pleaser. It is not your job to make everybody like you. You need to like you, and that's what is most important. It's not your job to fix or save others, so that's another boundary. And I bring that up because a lot of times when things get busy and the holiday season happens, a lot of people see a lot of grief and sadness. And it is a very sad time of the year, as much as it's a very happy time of the year. We can see some extremes there, and we will want to fix things. We want to fix the people around us. Not always in the holiday season, all through the year it can happen. But your boundary is to know that it's not your job to fix everyone else. It's your job to fix you, and it's your job to take care of you. So understand that. And likewise, the other bigger issues, it's not your responsibility to fix the world. So the world has some big issues going on, right? There's poverty and fighting and all sorts of things. And we can carry collective grief over that. And some of us empaths more than others. And we have to set boundaries there because it can really take a toll and really bring us down. So we can do our part, but we don't have to fix the whole world either. And then the last one would be, not everybody deserves an explanation. So you may walk around this world trying to hold your boundaries firm, and you may feel the need to explain to everybody why you're making the choices you're making, why you're doing the things you're doing, and living the way you're living. And some people, they may warrant an explanation, your significant other or, loved ones, but not everybody needs to know everything about you, and you don't have to explain yourself constantly. It's not your job, again, to please everybody. It's your job to take care of you. So understand that. And then if you are wondering, do you have good boundaries in place? I guess you need to kind of check in with yourself and think, how's my shame and guilt meter, right? And if you're really leaning hard on the shame and guilt meter, then your boundaries are probably not very firmly in place. And then I say the other thing to check in with yourself is, does it feel good to say yes to something? So are you saying yes to something because you want to, or again, because you're on the guilt meter? And that's a really good way to gauge where your boundaries are. So I hope this gave you something to think about. I hope this helps you through your day-to-day and your holiday seasons. And food for thought. Stay healthy, friends.